Troy a big hand. Troy's been a maniac, and he's a maniac day in and day out. He said, I'm crazy, we're just two crazy guys together. He's done an amazing job, and I want to thank him. I want to thank the entire corporate team that supports this incredible, I think the best field leadership group in this industry. Please give our corporate team a big hand. I want to thank every single member from corporate except for the person that ordered this stage. I think they forgot the rest of it. It's so wonderful to see you guys here tonight. As Troy mentioned, there's people from all over the world that came here. And I said to my wife, in a pretty intense way, that it's not lost on me what people invest in this industry. And I know what people, some people come here with borrowing airplane miles from other people. Some people come here with, not a whole lot, and other people come here with a whole lot. And I hope the people that have a whole lot don't forget where they were when they didn't have a whole lot. So I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional here. Man, I'm so fired up for the next few days. And I'm so fired up. I'm gonna get off this stage. This is, yeah. I was actually gonna fall off and it would go viral. Like bald idiot in Salt Lake City falls off the stage at some MLM thingy. Woo, that would have been all over the news. Daniel Piku, this idiot of some company named after a number called 3, falls off the stage. Anyways, it's wonderful to see you here. We're gonna give it our all the next couple days. I know our incredible leaders are gonna give it our all. I wanna share with you a couple things, and I wanna share with you where we're at 17 months in. There's so much chatter out there. I've always said the haters are gonna hate. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And there's Gatorade and there's Haterade. Gatorade's full of electrolytes and Haterade's full of a lot of hate. And there's always going to be haters. And why do I bring up the haters? Because the better you're doing, the more of them that are going to come around the block. And I personally think it's an honor. What am I referring to? Here's what I'm referring to. There's people out there saying the direct sales industry is changing. Yeah, of course it's changed. Everything changes. You change. We're like trees. You're either growing or you're dying. Let me tell you something. You can invent the best technology in the world, the best app in the world. You can never replace relationships. You can never replace all the people that have come here tonight to spend time together because they have a hope and a dream and they want something out of their life. They want something better for their family than what they had. You can't replace that with an app. You can't replace that with a tool. What's in this room tonight, no one can figure out how this happens. I'll tell you how it happens. People have a life-changing product experience. People have come up to me all day today. We had an open house at the office this morning, which was just, the energy was absolutely amazing. Give yourselves a big hand that you were, for those who were at the open house. But I had people come up to me all day today saying, Eternals changed my life. Vitality's changed my life. By the way, some people, Eternal. It's like, I guess it was because I was French. I can't even pronounce it. Eternal, how's that? Vitality. Vitalite, call it what you want. It changes people's lives. So I've had people come up to me all day long and say, this product has changed my husband's life. I had a lady earlier that said, my son's right here taking a picture of this group, but let me tell you what's happened on these products. And you can't replace that with an app. You can't replace it when I get a text message saying, thank you for my check every week because I can now make my mortgage payment. You can't replace it when people say, hey, we're 17 months in, here was my check, and we're only getting started. This is a very misunderstood industry. I personally have a passion for it. I think it's the greatest industry there is in the world.
I agree.
I do. I think it's the greatest industry, and you can call me an evangelist for it. I love it. What's an evangelist? It's somebody that evangelizes what they're convicted on. I'm convicted on the power of direct selling. And every time I meet somebody that says it doesn't work, I look at you and they say they still make you. It's basic business. You take a product to marketplace, you share it with people that are passionate about it. Everybody's paid every day. Now there's influencers and affiliates. What's an influencer and affiliate? Somebody that shares something they're passionate about and gets paid to do it. Hey, we've been doing that for 50, 60 years. We invented the affiliates and the influencers, right? So I'm, number one, couldn't be more proud of the last 17 months. What are the things I'm proud of? Here's number one, the field leadership we have. I was over in Hong Kong in March. I see how folks don't sleep because they stay up and they have a dream. They want to do something for their lives. They want to do something for their spouse. They want to do something for themselves. They want to have confidence and conviction that they've never had before. They want to change their lives. And I was over there in March opening up the office, and I got to see our incredible 3 family in Hong Kong. I was over in Jakarta, Indonesia 6 weeks ago at the office over there. What a beautiful office overlooking the whole city in Jakarta. They showed up from Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia because they had a dream. And you know what a lot of them refer to it as? The American dream. Oh, wow. Man, isn't that interesting? You travel over to Asia, and what do they refer to it to? As the American dream. Man, America, I can't even believe what it would be like to be there. Tell me about the restaurants. Tell me about the education. Tell me what it would be like to even visit America. I've never been. And you sit there and you chat with them. Where's your dream? What's the one place you could travel to? Anywhere in America. I'd like to go to New York. I'd like to go to Miami. I'd like to go to Los Angeles. They don't even know if they could get a visa to come here, and they dream about coming to this country. Why? Because this is the greatest country in the world. The greatest country in the world. And I drive by the graveyard this morning on my way into the office. We got a graveyard a few minutes from our home. My wife's first husband's buried there, not to be too emotional. He is. I drove by there this morning thinking about it. I want to recognize my wife, who's been an amazing support the last 17 months. She was at dinner with us last night. I just, with a lot of our leadership, and I just always compliment her on, she has such a heart for people. If there was a corporate title, CLO, Chief Love Officer, that'd be my wife. She does. She puts up with me. She deserves a plaque, an award, and probably 9 cars. I mean, honestly. Because I go at it nonstop. I'm serious. My wife has been so understanding and so supportive. But I drove by the graveyard this morning. My wife's husband passed. And I thought to myself, his life was taken. He was a very happy, positive, amazing guy that had some bad luck hit him. Right? Got sick. It can happen to anybody, but I was driving by there this morning and I was thinking, how much talent is sitting in the graveyard? He was a young guy. He should have lived to be in his 70s or 80s or 90s. But I was thinking this morning, how much talent's just sitting there in the graveyard? How many people, there's more talent buried in that graveyard than anywhere. How many people that should have achieved big things and didn't? Sitting right there, buried there. Here's my message to you, don't bury your gifts that you've been given. Some people believe those come from different, I don't know where you believe they come from, that's not my place. But don't bury your gifts. And you know what's been so amazing for me in this incredible platform and community we're building the last 17 months is I've been able to see people's gifts. I've been able to see at corporate how one person has this gift and another might not, but that person has a gift that they don't. And I'm telling you, when you're out building your 3 business, we're all of us have an incredible set of gifts. I meet people that look you in the eye at the open house this morning and give you a big hug, and they say, we just absolutely love this company. We love what you're doing. We believe in this company. We believe in these products. And I say, that right there, thank you for sharing it with me, but you need to go share it with 15 or 20 other people. You need to tell them what these products have done for you. We're led by a scientific advisory board that to me is the best in the world. So when all the haters are going, oh, who's leading these? Where do these products come from? A garage in Des Moines? Guys, we've got a world-class SAB. It's led by, who's heard of Dr. Dan Gubler? Guys, come on. Who's heard of Dr. Dan Gubler? Dr. Dan, guys, it's an honor to work with Dr. Dan day in and day out. He's not only an amazing formulator, he's an amazing human being, but he's such a creative genius. and I don't throw that word around. It's not a genius with a J, it's with a G, okay? I don't throw that word around a lot. Dr. Dan is incredibly brilliant and gifted. Everybody knows we're launching a new product. Is that fair? Have you heard some ramblings about that? There's a couple of people that have been lucky enough to sample it. I've ran into a few of them and said, wow, their faces look unbelievable. I can see literally night and day difference in a few days. This product works, but it's Dr. Dan's creativity and genius and formulation power and prowess that put it together. Please give Dr. Dan a big hand. I want to share with you where we're headed for a few minutes, but before I do, I want to recognize we've got a gentleman in town. I don't know where Mr. Tang is. Keith Tang. He's our GM from Southeast Asia. He came on board with us 17, 18 months ago. He's done an absolutely amazing job. He lives in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, KL. He travels to Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and all over the world, supporting our wonderful 3 family in Southeast Asia. Please put your hands together for Keith Tang. I want to introduce to you, by the way, when I do these introductions, you know what a lot of people are thinking? I'm going to speak openly. There's people in here going, I've never been to China, and I ain't going tomorrow. I'm there. Where's Hong Kong on the map? I can't even find it. Open your minds. This is a global platform. This is cross-border e-commerce. Think bigger. Yeah, I love America. Yeah, I love Canada. Yeah, I love Greater China. Yeah, I love Southeast Asia. I want everybody in this room to think local, and go global. I want you to have a massive North American business and a massive global business. Next person I'm going to introduce is from Hong Kong, Tommy. He's our general manager in Hong Kong. He offices out of the Hong Kong office and opened that up in March. He does an awesome job with soon to be, no, I'm not going to say that. It starts with a T, but it's somewhere over in that region. I think Taipei is one of the cities, but anyways, we might be going there. I'm just saying, anyways. We opened up an office in Hong Kong in March. Tommy and his support staff do an amazing job supporting each and every one of you and the wonderful folks that have a 3 business in that part of the world. He's responsible for Greater China. He flew over here to be part of this event to see how we do it right here in beautiful Salt Lake City. Please put your hands together for Tommy Tang. Next up, you guys heard from Troy Moore, our COO. By the way, if you've received a paycheck, who likes getting paid? You can thank Troy. Everybody say, thank you, Troy.
Thank you, Troy.
Who likes getting products on their front door? Say, thank you, Troy.
Thank you, Troy.
We're moving to a different distribution center in Memphis, Tennessee, because we use one here that's been incredible, but we want people in Florida to get their products in 2 days and 3 days instead of 5 or 6 or 7 days. So in the next few weeks, we'll be moving. We're going to have a second distribution center in that part of the United States so you get your products quicker. Please give Troy a big hand. Next person I want to recognize is Wendy Garrison, our CMO. Has anybody ever heard, can you hear me now? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a little phone company, Verizon.
Yeah.
Well, Wendy helped put together that campaign. That was one of her brainchilds at Verizon. She came from Microsoft. She was at Microsoft for years, and then at Verizon for years. She's our Chief Marketing Officer, our CMO. Anything you see with the launch of the new products, the branding, with Dr. Eric Barkle, our Creative Director, everything you see from a marketing standpoint is Wendy Garrison. Please put your hands together. By the way, our app sucks. Said I was going to be honest. I'm honest. Does our app suck? Thank you. You guys just didn't want to say it. I said it first. Our app's like a 5 out of 10. We're going to a new app. We're going to a new app. Okay, totally new app. And the team when we leave here is going, Daniel, why'd you tell them that? I sat in a meeting the other day, they said, in 60 days, we're going to integrate this new app. I said, 30 days, 60 days, 30 days. He said, it's 60 days, Daniel, the gentleman from I said, it's 30 days. After like 7 times, he's like, can we do 45 days, right? We're gonna try to have this out in the next 6 weeks. It's got some incredible features on it. By the way, I think apps will be gone in 3 or 4 years. That's just me. So I think you guys can use this for 2, 3, 4 years, but it's a 9 out of 10 compared to our current 5 out of 10, which is so outdated, it's embarrassing. Okay, so we're launching this new app. That'll be out in 6, 7, 8 weeks. I'm gonna push for 4 or 5 weeks, but anyways. We're gonna streamline everything and simplify it. So you can share videos, contact somebody. There's a million features in this thing. It is fantastic. So give the team a big hand. The next thing we're doing for each and every one of you, we're simplifying the customer program. 2 types of customers. I've never met 2 types of customers. I've met 1 type. I've never been to Costco. They're like, you're a customer, or are you a customer, or Bob. I've never seen it like it, but we had 2 types of customers. I was confused. They sat me down and explained it to me. I said, you guys have me confused, and I think I'm part of the company. Let's go to 1 type. We're going to announce that tomorrow. I don't want to blow the thunder, but I'm just going to give you one little secret. Why do we charge people to buy our products and be customers? Say, that is dumb. Yeah, that is dumb. So all customers globally from here on out are going to be free. You don't have to pay $30 and do this and go to 7-Eleven at 1:12 in the afternoon and click this button. And can we just have 1 type of customer to say you're free if you buy products from 3, right? So we're going to announce that. I'm stealing a little bit of that. I'm not going to give you the rest of it. That's all I'm going to take.
Give us more.
Guys, here's what I'm going to share with you. I didn't set out to build a small company. There's sacrifices involved in anything great. When you're called to do something, we weren't called to build a small company. When I collaborated with a small group of core leaders that I love who have done an amazing job the last 17 months, when we collaborated to put this together, all different backgrounds. You know, it's so funny, the whispers out there. Is 3 an Asian company? Call me. Why don't you ask me if we're an Asian company? Last time I checked, I was Caucasian, but I love the Asian people. By the way, Caucasian has Asian in it. Caucasian, Asian inside of Caucasian. Open your minds a little, folks. But when I hear people say, are we an Asian company? I say, yes, we are. And they're like, really? Absolutely. They never ask me if we're an American company. They see pictures like hundreds of people in an Asian event. They go, we must be an Asian company. Oh no, we're going to pack out the house the next 2 days, and we're not in Hong Kong right now. We're in Salt Lake City. Let me state this one time clearly from my heart. I am just as passionate about the United States of America as I am about Hong Kong. And I'm just as passionate about Hong Kong as I am the United States of America. Because I know this. We're going to build a massive business all over the world. And I don't need to hire Pew Research, and I don't need to bring in Accenture and all the top, consulting guys to give me every type of consulting advice for 90 days. I can tell you that because I meet people that need this industry. I meet people whose lives are changed because of this industry. I meet people like Tracy Bonds, who's in this room. Wow, she has her own fan club, who just came from a company. I won't tell you what it is, but it starts with an R and then it has an F. That announced that they're no longer part of our industry. They're shutting down. They're going direct to consumer. And I got on the phone with her 4 weeks ago, and I said, Tracy, you got 3 choices. Either go into a fetal position, right, and give up, get out of the industry, or go do something small, or let's play something big and you need to pivot and you need to do it fast. By the way, I'm a believer, if you want to change your life tonight, you can change your life tonight. I still have a ton of growth to do. Everybody in this room has a ton of growth to do. None of us are perfect. I don't expect you to be, but you know what I expect? That you leave here in the next couple of days better than you were the last few days. I expect that you leave here after listening to Kim and Samson and Ricky and Francoise and Harris. I can go down the list of 6 stars and 5 stars and 4 stars. I would hope that you leave here, because if you don't leave here better, why'd you even come? Why come? Why waste your money? You should only come here to grow. I was watching John Legere the other night. Wendy's probably the only person in the room. Well, my wife, besides my wife that obsessively knows, I love this guy. He's retired now. He was the former CEO of T-Mobile. Anybody know who he is, John Legere? He's a total nut job. I love the guy. He's been retired for the last couple of years. WeWork offered him $160 million to come out of retirement. He said no, $40 million a year for 4 years. John Legere went into T-Mobile when they were dead broke. They were dead broke. T-Mobile was busted. They were billions in the red. And John Legere took over. And John Legere got on MSNBC in a live interview, and they said, what do you think of the CEO of Sprint? What do you think of the CEO of AT&T? And he says, I call him Dumb and Dumber. That didn't go over well, okay? But John Legere did something which has almost never been done in American business history. He turned a company that was completely upside down into a powerhouse that created tens of billions of dollars worth of revenue and valuation. Why and how did he do it? He wore pink Converse to the office every day. He wore his Segway. He grew out his hair and had long hair. He wore magenta shirts. He packed the T-Mobile arena with 22,000 dedicated employees. They didn't even have a business like you guys have. You have a business where you can be anything you want to be and live any way you want to live. These were employees, and he got them passionate about T-Mobile. And 22,000 of them showed up. And when he took over T-Mobile, he told everybody, I want everybody to have T-Mobile Tuesdays, where you get a free Domino's pizza. And he flew on the corporate jet to 24 different call centers around the United States of America, and he shook the hands of the people that were answering the phones. I try to go into support every morning and tell them bad jokes. I do. Try to love on them, because they're part of our team. And John Legere went in to a couple dozen call centers around America. People fell in love with him because he looked people in the eyes that were making 12 and 14 bucks an hour, and he says, we're going to build a big company. I care about you, Mary. Thank you for being here. And then he ran a promotion for T-Mobile Tuesdays, where you'd get a free pizza on Tuesdays. And he shut the servers down at Domino's. 1 million pizzas a week went out for free. It's a true story. Go read about it. And T-Mobile today has blown up and passed the competitors, and he stepped down a couple years ago. But he went out there and he said, you know what? I got a lot of people that were just passionate in what we were doing, because it wasn't a phone company to me. It was bigger than a phone company. We were on a mission. I'm here to tell you guys this, each and every one of you, from my heart. We're on a mission. The world didn't need another company. The world didn't need a bald maniac standing up here on a Thursday night in a sweatshirt that's way too hot, okay, in 90-degree weather in Salt Lake City. My wife just said, take it off. Oh, baby. Woo. Okay. But he was passionate. And you know what? The mission of 3 is bigger than the company of 3. Yes, we have a platform. Yes, we have life-changing products. Yes, we have Dr. Dan Gubler. Yes, we have an amazing SAB. Yes, we have a corporate team that serves you guys day in and day out. But the mission of 3 is bigger. And here's my mission. It's to set people free. We are in opportunity zone right now, because as other companies are shaking, going, what do? They can't move. They can't adapt. They're too old. I've been to the meetings. These meetings are so boring. Oh my gosh. At lunchtime at the last CEO meeting, I wanted to go jump out the 3rd-story window. Holy, what do we do? This industry, I'll tell you what we do. We go out and share with people why we love these products. We go out and share with people why we love this industry. We go out and share with people how we believe in them. We go out and share with people how we want the best for them and their families. And we build a massive, massive mission and movement. I couldn't be more excited about what we're launching. I couldn't be more proud of what we've done the first year. I look at our first year in business, 4 global events, 2 in North America, 2 in Hong Kong. I look at 6 products that we've launched, about to be our 7th. I look at the platform we've built. I look at the lives that we've changed. I look at the stories that are being created, and they're just getting started. And I couldn't be more fired up. Carol, where are you from?
Washington State,
Why are you here?
because I'm building a business.
What do you want out of 3?
I want to build a strong,
Stand up for a minute. I love Carol, by the way. What do you want, Carol?
I want to build a strong team that will stay and do the long run.
And what does it take to do that?
Love first, work, and perseverance.
I love that. Hepping and Leah, please stand up. if you guys don't mind, please. This couple I've gotten to know works tirelessly. They live in Los Angeles, you'd never know it because they're never home. Leah's a powerhouse, Hepping's a powerhouse. Why are you guys in 3?
Because I want to live younger and increase my life value in future.
Leah, why are you in 3? Why are you so passionate about 3?
为什么这么热情地讲3？
我想自己人生更美好，也帮助更多的人得到美好。
I want to make my life more beautiful in future, and I want to help more people in my team.
Hepping is 72 years old. It looks like he's 50. What an amazing couple. I thought Leah said, I just want to go on the Ritz-Carlton cruise. Thank you, guys.
Live younger.
Live younger. They walk their talk. Who do I want to hear from? I want to hear from Dr. Schneider, who's the chairman of our SAB and who tirelessly serves this community. I'm going to hand the mic down. Why are you in 3? Why are you leading the way you lead, Dr. Schneider?
That's a good question. I don't get paid. I don't sell the products, but I'm here because of you. Because I want to teach you, I want to empower you, I want to motivate you that if healthcare and wealth care and your general health in general is going to change, it's going to take you, not your doctors. So that's why I'm here, and quite honestly, I'll be honest. This guy right here, that's why I'm here, and Dr. Dan.
By the way, I'm just randomly calling on people. I haven't told anybody I just love everybody that's in this family. I want to know Christine Peterson, why are you here? Hi, David. She had a massive business in the Pink Company. I always wondered, by the way, if you go to a Mary Kay convention with 5,000 pink Cadillacs, how the heck do you find your car? Just a question, I wondered. Christine Peterson, I'm not going to tell you her age. She looks like she's 55, and she's a powerhouse. But I want to know why she's in 3. Stand up, share with everybody, please.
We can be anything we want, right? It's right. I have glittery tennis shoes. Well, it is true. I'm 81 years old and I'm just getting going. And my mission is to change lives around the world. I want to build more leaders in this company. I believe in Daniel. I could have gone anywhere. That's right. I love this guy. Do you think, is he the greatest leader ever? Just follow him.
You're awesome. Let me tell you about Christine for a second, and I couldn't be more proud. You're very sweet. Her husband, David, I won't tell you the love story. I got to hear it. It was powerful. He's the former CEO of Amtrak. Anybody heard of Amtrak, the trains? Yeah. The White House, Secretary of Transportation, they hire Amtrak. It's David. Please give Christine and David a big hand. I see one of my dear friends, Cindy Maddox. Hi, Cindy. Come on up here. Why are you in 3? What do you want out of 3? By the way, she has a home. She has a home for kids. She has a ranch that for a couple decades they've been inviting kids out to in California. At-risk youth. And I give Cindy a big hand. Why are you in 3?
Well, it takes a lot of money to take care of a community, and it takes a lot of people to be able to stand up for what we believe in. And because of 3, my husband and I, Michael, just finished our 31st year with Camp Maddox last weekend. We had 51 children. 90% of our kids every year come with no money. They come from broken homes. They come for 4 days, 3 nights, camp, have fun, and all of it, you guys, is not subsidized by the government. It's subsidized by the fact that I've been doing network marketing for over 45 years. And the love of the community and the love of people and why we do what we do, okay, is the most valuable asset that we can bring back to our communities to give back to people that need more now than they ever have, ever. And I love Daniel and his wife, and I love what we do for the company.
Thank you, Cindy. Give Cindy a big hand. Couldn't be more proud of them. I see Gary. The lime green shirt, Gary Wharton. Gary, why are you in 3? Gary, let me tell you about Gary. Gary makes $1 million a year in real estate. The last thing he needed to do is join something where somebody gets somebody who gets somebody who gets somebody, and he has to drive all over town and sell products. He didn't want to be part of one of those things. He didn't need it. He had a very, very successful real estate career, but why are you in 3?
I want to help people change their lives all over the globe. You know, I've had the great opportunity to travel some of the most incredible places around the world. And it's amazing. It's amazing when you climb to the top, but it's also a really lonely place. And so the work that I choose to do now is empowering other people so they can join me on that climb. And we can do it by getting healthier, getting better, and creating, you know, financial opportunities for people all over the world.
I love that. Thank you. Give Gary a big hand. Who else do I see? Hold on. Who else do I see? I see Amy Dunlap. Hey, who knows Amy Dunlap? I'm not supposed to say this, and I'm not making any claims. We're not here to cure, mitigate, treat disease. You're not here to achieve any type of financial success. Anyways, can you believe these disclaimers we have to give? Guys, I love this industry. She had her biggest year in this entire industry this year. She's been doing this for 2 decades. She had her biggest year in 2023. I couldn't be more proud of her. Amy, why are you in 3?
It's very hard for me to define. Like, I feel like everybody else had like this very defined answer, but for me, it's like the feeling. It used to be about the money, truly. Like, I'm like, I need to make my bills, I need to make my money, but there's something so significant about the relationships and the tapestry of this entire company. Like, as I was walking through the store and all my friends from Asia hugging me and taking pictures, and I think that this is something that totally sets us apart. In 20 years, I've never seen a culture like this. So for me, I'm in this for the love and for the culture.
Give Amy a big hand. Thank you. By the way, this has never been pulled off. 14 countries launching out of the gate. It was a massive undertaking, but we pulled it off. Gilbert Anderson, why are you here? He's all the way from Canada, by the way. Why are you in 3, Gilbert?
Well, because it's the greatest business opportunity in the world. It is. I joined this business 24 years ago, and I joined a thing that I didn't think I believed in, and I didn't want to do it, and here I've done nothing else for 24 and a half years. And the team. When you get people from all over the world in your team, it gets you up in the morning, and it's purpose.
Gilbert's never had a bad day. The guy's Mr. Positivity. Seriously, oozes positivity, and his walk matches his talk. And that's a rare thing nowadays. Who else do I see back here that I want to hear from? There's so many people. Holly Corbin, why are you in 3?
Oh, I would say we believe in the vision that 3 has. Corbin and I have been in the industry now 19 years. It's life-changing for us, for our kids, and we're here to teach others why they need to look at this industry way more serious, because you can really live your life by design, just like we do.
Give Holly Corbin a big hand. They change your family's life because of the business. This guy sends me the kindest text messages all the time. Seriously. He's got a heart of gold. Lenny's one of a kind and an amazing piano player. Why are you in 3?
Well, money would be nice. Really, to reach people. We're only given one life, and some it's cut short. And you're right, there's a lot of talents in the graveyard, and I don't want to be one of those people in the graveyard that's wasted his talent. So I want to reach as many people I can with faith, hope, and love. The greatest love.
Chris Harvey, another friend from North Carolina. Chris Harvey, why are you in 3?
Well, I've been in this industry for 14 years now, and I had the honor to do mergers and acquisitions for a little while and met a lot of CEOs in the industry. Thought I was done with it a few years ago, and then I met this gentleman right here, and friends like Ricky and Francois, and there's no better CEO than I've ever seen in the industry than this one right here, and I fell in love with him, and he's just become a great friend, and I believe in you, Daniel. I believe in what you're doing here, and I know we're going to do something massive, and I want to be a part of it.
Chrissy Jenner, amazing people, give them a hand. Chloe, I'm calling on you, Chloe. Chloe gets shy. She says, they're not calling on me, I'm calling on you. Chloe has built an amazing business previously in another platform and had a ton of success. And she came over here. She acted like she'd never built this business from a passion, hunger standpoint. The very first day she hit the ground running. She's done an amazing job. She's on planes and air, just all over the world. Chloe, why 3?
10 years ago, I'm in this industry, find myself. I find I'm useful, I can help the people. But in 3, I know I have a mission. I find my mission, my purpose, just to help more people, and I just want to give back what I have. I want all the people around me can have life like me. Yes. Thank you. I very appreciate it. I think Daniel is the most generous boss in this industry I never met. Thank you.
Chloe is so kind, and everybody in Asia says, oh, the boss. But Chloe, I'm not your boss. You're your own boss, and you have an amazing business that you built. You give Chloe a big hand. I saw Francoise Untermeyer. I want to know why she's in 3. I don't know where Ricky is, but here's Francoise. Why are you in 3?
All right, well, there's been many reasons why I've been 3. I've been in the industry now 9 years, and I think my why has changed a lot. Originally, my son had some special needs, and I was hurting as a person, and I got really sick, and we went through a lot as a family, and what I found is the best products are in direct sales, because they actually move on real testimonies by real people, your friends, your family, the people that love you. And for so long, being in corporate America and being in the medical field, when people put something on the shelves at Walgreens, they probably know someone, right? That's how they get there. And so when I saw the difference of taking whole food, plant-based nutrition and putting it in my family's life and seeing the difference in my children, there's no reason I can't tell someone. There's no way I can't. And so, throughout the years, first it was health, and then because I got so excited about what I was sharing, I was blessed. My test became my testimony. And then I just got so on fire, and there was something inside of me that just felt like I need to tell more people, and I need to stand up, because we need more people in the world to advocate for people we love, because they're hurting. There's so much hopelessness. Would you guys agree? Right? And we need to stand up, and that's what I see when I come in this room, warriors. People that are willing to put their pride and ego aside and stand up for what they believe. And if we can have more of us going out there sharing with passion and conviction, I believe we can change our world, and then together we can change the world. That's one reason. And 2 is definitely Daniel. This guy, you have no idea. He is the best of the best. He's kind, he's funny, he's smart. We call him Rain Man because he knows everything about everything. And one thing I love is leadership and following passion. And you will not find someone that has more passion than Daniel in everything you do, and everything he does. The way you do one thing is the way you do what? Everything. And that's Daniel PQ. Thank you.
This is not about me, it's about y'all, but thank you for the kind words, Francois. Holly DeMott, I just saw Holly DeMott. I'm gonna hear from a couple more people. Where's Holly DeMott? I just saw Holly. Holly was with another company, I won't tell you where, it starts with an I and ends with Genix. I didn't say the name of the company, you guys are smart. Holly, why are you in 3?
Wow. 3 is a dream company for me. It's definitely the money. So I know many of you have said community, and I agree. It's the people. Like the people that we've met here and we meet in this area, like Kim and Samson, even being mentored by them. Like you guys, we are sitting on a gold mine with them. And I love learning. I don't know about any of you, but none of this feels like work to me. Not any morning that I get up early to work. And that drives me, that fuel. And absolutely, I want to see the 5-figure paychecks a week. Who doesn't, right? Absolutely. And this drives us for it. They've given us everything. I feel alive here, and I lost that. I lost that in my other company. And thanks for Daniel for coming out with 3. This is a dream. It is an absolute dream company. I never thought that I would do network marketing again. I actually said it out loud. That's pretty dangerous to say it, and here I am.
Give Holly a big hand. 2 more people, quick. I see George and Adrian Ruiz, and I want to hear from them. George and Adrian Ruiz. Adrian, 60 seconds. Why are you guys in 3?
I say it all the time. I just want people to be healthier and happier, and these are the only products I would recommend as a personal trainer. But also, I have had the experience of being married to a goat in network marketing. I had to tell him what that was. You remember what that was?
I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I've
been full-time for 16 years, but I met George in this industry, and he really, together we have been able to build a lot and create a lot. And for me, it's those stories, right? When somebody says to me, I really want to get my mortgage paid for, I'm like, let's do it. Why not? I want to pay for my kids' college. Okay. Right? And it's showing that path, and you don't have that opportunity in traditional business, right?
Yep.
So this is my favorite place to do that. This industry is amazing. Yes, I know people are saying it's changing, but the basics never change. And so you don't want to change in that, you want to evolve through that. And so I'll let George speak.
Yes. Thank you. One of the reasons, I've been in the industry for 32 years, but one of the reasons we are in 3 is because Daniel, definitely, when he called us, we were thinking in quitting the industry, literally. We were thinking in going into something else, but when we saw what 3 was coming in, what was going to be, we said we had to be part of it, because right now there's a lot of hype and confusion. As a matter of fact, some people I know, they just got a letter from the SEC. They could be convicted. They were in a company called something tech, I forgot, Novatech. There are all these companies that are crypto and investment, etc. And that's because they are distributors, they thought they were protected, and they just got a notification from the SEC. And the same is going to happen for many people are getting in that confused world of products that are coming out, and even regular products. For example, somebody resurrected some drops. I'm not going to say much about that. A company filed bankruptcy and has a. Anyway, but you don't want to get the important. There's so much confusion, and we are like a light inside that confusion. We have so many things that are going for the company. We are going to be something. We are already something different, by the way. It's not that we are going to be. It's just that we are right now. We are small, but one day we are going to be bigger, and people are going to say, "What the heck? Where they came from? Where we came from last year?" And we are going to keep growing and growing and becoming something very unique.
Thank you, George. Get Adrian and George a big hand. When she said George is the GOAT, it's the greatest of all time. George thought it was the George of all time. One more person, Colleen Olitsky. Colleen's a powerhouse. Soon to be 6-star. She's very, very close. And she's just an absolute powerhouse. I want her to share with you why 3.
Thank you, Daniel. And yeah, I resonate with everyone's answers here, with all of it, the community, the people, and I've also been in the industry for exactly 10 years this month with another company prior to, and kind of like you said, I kind of lost my fire, and when Ricky reached out, I just knew something inside me. I just knew I could impact more people, and the first time I did it, it was selfish. It was for myself and my reasons, but this time around, it's not about me, and I know that, and I do. I love this industry so, so much, and I just wish people would be more open to it, because it's absolutely life-changing. And again, the people, the relationships, my team, the best team ever. I just love it. So thank you, Daniel. I think it's phenomenal. So let's rock it, guys.
Colleen and Jason have done an amazing job. Powerhouse couple down in Jacksonville. Couldn't be more proud of them. Guys, I've taken a ton of time. Last thing I want to share with you is this. I talked about John Legere. I'm switching back to him for 60 seconds. Why? I have to have people that drive me. I want everybody in this room to get people that drive you. I don't spend a whole lot of time listening to people I can't learn from. And I know when people hear that statement, they go, oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. I'll tell you why. I've only got 24 hours in a day. So if I can't learn from you, I don't know what I have in common with you. I'd love to talk with you. I'm not a great, hey, let's just talk and have an iced tea about nothing, because I'm on a mission. I want to learn from people that have been there, done that, and built something. Don't tell me your philosophy, tell me what you built. I live by that motto. I learned that years ago. I want to see the proofs in the printout, right? Show me what you built. Where am I going with that? We have leaders in this business I've never seen in 17 months that have built the businesses they built. I've never seen a startup company that's launched 14 countries. I've never seen a startup company with RSAB. I've never seen a startup company with these products, and I've never seen a company with leadership that have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. I've never seen it. And so for me personally, I like to look up to a John Legere. I like to look up to somebody that's been there and built something, because I have a massive vision for what we're doing. I didn't get in this to do something small. I don't want anybody out there, if you're today you're going, oh, I don't believe in myself. Good, I didn't at one point either. And I'm telling you, you can do things daily. It's like a muscle going to the gym. You can build that muscle to believe in yourself. The conscious and the subconscious, right? The conscious says one thing, the conscious says, I'm going to set myself free in this industry and build a dream. And your subconscious goes, why would you ever say that, Bob? You've never done anything like that in your entire life. You've never been successful in anything. You've been in 4 different companies and never made any money. Why you now? That's not your conscious, that's your subconscious. I'm here to tell you to quiet that voice. I'm here to tell you you can do anything you want to do. And so the leadership that we've assembled here globally to teach you is better, in my opinion, than some of the Ivy League schools that you could attend. It's a degree that you can't put an education, you can't put a dollar amount on the education that you're going to get over the next 48 hours. I couldn't be more proud to bring up an incredible leader. You know, I partnered and collaborated with Kim 17 months ago. And I loved some of our initial conversations. Some people think they were just intense and serious. They weren't. There was a lot of fun. We were talking about it with my wife last night at dinner. Going up to the St. Regis in Deer Valley and having some great laughs. There's a time to work and a time to play, and I want everybody in here to do both. But I took Kim and Samson, this amazing group, with an amazing group that I worked with before. A number of couples that I just have so much respect for. And we came together and launched this amazing company. In the last 17 months, guys, I sit back in awe of what we've accomplished. But we've only done it, and this is my last message to you tonight, is because of each and every one of you. I know what drives this industry, and it's not me. And I want to share that with you. I appreciate the kind messages and words. It makes me feel good. For about 10 seconds, I go, thank you so much. And then you know what I say? It's not about me, it's about you guys. It's not about our corporate team, although we've got some incredibly talented, amazing corporate team members. You guys, I know who our biggest drivers are. There are amazing brand partners from all over the world and our customers from all over the globe. I know who drives this business, and it's not me. You know, I was having an interesting chat with a gentleman that ran $1 billion company recently in our space, and he retired. And he said, man, we would have these conventions with thousands of people, and they'd show my slide up on the screen, and they'd listen to me talk, and they'd all cheer and clap, and then I retired, and I'm sitting in my basement going, huh? He runs a large publicly traded company in this industry, and he was there, and he did an amazing job, but he said, once you're out of the spotlight, it's like they kind of forgot about me, and these people still take the products. And I thought, isn't that so true? It's not about me. It's not about my corporate team. We're here to serve. My wife is here to be the chief love officer and serve. What this is about the next 48 hours is you guys. It's about us putting you in a race car and building a Formula One track so that the race car drivers in this room can zip around that track, as I shared in Anaheim. And I went out and collaborated with, I think, one of the best F1 drivers out there, right? There's Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, if everybody likes F1. But I met Kim, and Kim's an F1 driver that puts the helmet on and says, get out of my way, or somebody's gonna get ran over. And she's done an amazing job. And her and Samson, along with our incredible North American leadership, have done an amazing job by laying this foundation. I want you guys to put your hands together. Let me tell you this. I always talk about taking notes. I always say a dull pencil is better than the best memory out there. Because I have books of notes that I took when I needed to grow and learn and hone my toolage and my craft. Some people aren't willing to learn because they're narcissists or their egos are too big. So they're not willing to learn from other people. What have you actually accomplished? And they go, sorry when I threw out that word, but I just threw out the word. It's people, they're not willing to learn. And they say, and I say, you've got to humble yourself. You got to go down to go up. And the reason why I took notes for years, I still take copious notes. At our event tomorrow, I'll be taking page after page of notes, and I suggest you do as well. The reason is because if you're willing to learn and grow, we have the professors and the teachers to teach you. You're going to hear from 7 stars and 6 stars and 5 stars. It'll teach you how to go 1 star, how to go 2 star, how to go 3 star, how to go up every rank that you want to go up in the world of 3. The old saying, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. The teachers are here this weekend, guys. You're in for a treat. Kim has been working tirelessly. Samson's been working tirelessly. Ricky and Francois have been working tirelessly. Colleen Olinsky, Holly DeMont, Amy Dunlap. I go down the list of our leaders who have been working around the clock to take this to the next level. I want you to get out a notebook, get out a pencil, get out your phones, and get ready. You're in for a treat. I want to welcome up 7-star director, Kim Wee.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. You know, Daniel is 6'4", right? So maybe I should stand up here. Yeah. Daniel didn't know that I was up here earlier. And I had to sit down because the stage was so narrow. I was afraid to fall off the stage. But anyway, I want to thank you for being here today. And I'm very grateful for your presence. And yesterday we were celebrating with a group of people that came miles away from internationally, and Daniel and Charity was very kind to grace us with their presence. And I said to Daniel, I forgot I texted him last night or this morning, I said I couldn't find a better person to be leading at the helm with Daniel Piku. So Daniel, I'm so grateful for you. And Charity, you are certainly a CLO. This is my 31st or 32nd year. I really begin to lose track of how many years I've been in this industry. And I am a few months away from 60 years old. Oh, man. And so, its age is just a number, truly. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but it is. But the reason why we're all here, and I hope that something that resonated with you, is that you call it a calling, you call it a sense, you call it a feeling, whatever that is, that draw you here today. It's about change. As we live our life, the past whatever years that we've lived our lives, with our parents, the condition of parenting, the schools, society, government, whatever that is, that every single day, that there is something that's battling for our thoughts. There's something that's battling for our belief system. And the reason why we're all here is about change. And how one will embark on a change is in the presence of a new understanding. And I hope that the things that Daniel has shared with you and all of these incredible leaders here that share their why they're here, that you are in great presence of new information, of things that spark something in you, because that's the beginning of change. Earlier we had a session, we had a breakout session with some of the people here in this room. The room was packed as well. It doesn't matter what outside layer of clothing that we're wearing. Right now I may be wearing a teal color shirt, but beyond the clothing, that the other layer, I may be wearing an Asian looking skin person. And for the record, I'm Chinese and I am a token Chinese in this room. So it's not a Chinese company. And for the record, I don't own any share of this company. And so if we are willing to look beyond the clothes that we're wearing, look beyond this yellow skin, if you would, beyond whatever skin color you're wearing, We have that beautiful consciousness that over the last whatever decades, lifetimes that we live on this earth, that we have been taught to separate one another. You know, I'm as much of a Chinese as an American. I live in this country since I was 14 years old. You do the math. I've lived here more than I live anywhere else in the world. And I absolutely love this country. I am as American as a Chinese, as a human on this planet. And for the record, I pay a lot of taxes in this country. So I would say I'm a very good American. So putting all that outside layer aside, we came together, I hope, that you feel this, that it's time to change. It's time to rise up. Think what we've been through the last 4 years. The narratives, the things that we were told. You know, it's about discernment nowadays, guys. Let's discern things that wherever you are, whoever you are, it doesn't matter how much money, you know, it's true when they say that once you get the money issue out of the way, it's no longer about the money. It is so true. I want to say this. No matter what I have on me right now, I do not have a penny on me right now. I don't have any expensive watch, no expensive bling bling. Some of you probably have more money on you right now. But I want you to think about the profound meaning behind that. There's something that calls us, that connects us together. You know, if you were to listen to this with your eyes closed, I want you to think about beyond this, the resonance, the energy behind the words. I hope it speaks to you. Who Daniel is, who we are, who I am. I am just simply a mirror reflecting what's in you. We are all mirror of reflecting of what's in you. Sometimes you say, you know what, I love the positivity. I love what you stand for. You know why you love that? Because it's in you. It's in each and every single one of us. I remember my parents took 4 girls. I was raised with 4 girls. My mom and dad had 4 girls. I'm number 2 of 4. When I was 14 years old, we came to this country, and I didn't speak a word of English. I only know from A to Z. That was it. My dad was 50-some years old at that time. And I told myself, I watched my mom cleaning toilets. And back in those days, in 40-some years ago, 50 years ago, you know, the acupuncture clinic, they used to actually clean the needle and use it again, back in those days. My mother was working for a acupuncture clinic, and she was cleaning the needles, she was cleaning people's toilets and vacuuming. I was 14 years old. And when I'm after school, I said, Mom, I want to help. And when I saw what my mom did for a living, I said, Mom, you're not going to clean someone's toilets. I said, when I'm here, I will clean the toilets. So I'll be going after school, I'll be going to the clinic and I'll be scrubbing toilets. And as I'm scrubbing the toilets, I'll say, I will never, ever be poor. Never, never be poor. And you know, by the way, I do clean toilets very well. Now it's become a therapy for me. So those are people that know me closely, they go, oh, Kim is cleaning again. So the point I want to share that with you is it doesn't matter where you came from. I remember I will never be poor. I wanted to give my parents a lifestyle. I wanted to take my mom around the world, mom and dad. I wanted to buy them a big home. When we first came to America, 1-bedroom apartment, 4 girls sleeping in the floor on a blanket. Mom and dad had a bedroom. And yet, Mom and Dad told us we came to America because it's a land of the free. It's an opportunity. Americans represent opportunity. And I would say to my mom, I want to be a millionaire. Mom and Dad said, you want to do that, you've got to go to school. So I went to school, went to college, graduated from college, and I worked. After 10 years of working in corporate America, I found myself unemployed, lost my hope, lost my dream, didn't know what I was going to do. Before network marketing, I was a vice president for a supplement company. Not network marketing. We would sell to Whole Foods, Sprouts, Mothers, all the natural health store, and sometimes doctor's offices. I was a VP for that company. Long story short, one day I was called into the office and I was fired. Not because of wrongdoing, because I was fired. And I didn't know what I was gonna do. So 31 years ago, I achieved one of my dreams back then. You know, when I became a VP, I said, you know what? I wanna live one of my dreams, which was buying a Mercedes-Benz. And by the way, Daniel, I'm a very good driver. For some of you that know about clutch, I was teaching my son how to drive, stick shift. And my son had went to, thanks to Samson, went to BMW driving school, and then Audi, went on racetrack, and I was, Mom, I want to learn how to drive stick shift. And so we were talking about stick shift driving. I said, you know what, did you know that Mom can double clutch? And Mom can do heel and toe? He goes, some of you that drive stick shift, you know what heel and toe means, right? So he goes, Mom, you can do that? I said, Mom, why don't you get a sports car these days? Why are you driving a whatever? So, but the point I'm saying that to you. I forgot why I say that now. But anyway, so why did I say that? About a good restaurant, huh? Oh, yes. So thank you for reminding me. 60 years old, not too bad. All right, coming back to here. So I bought my first Mercedes, and it was an E-Class. I think it was an E300 or 320 back in those days. So I bought that car, but it was a lemon. So I would take that car to the dealership every week. And then what happened was, a guy that was writing on the tickets, he got to know me because I'm there every week. He goes, by the way, because I used to give him samples, because I was, the supplement company I worked for. He goes, Kim, give me some of those samples. I said, no more. He goes, why? I said, I got fired, I got downsized. He goes, no more sample? I said, no more. So, oh, but I can help you. I said, oh, you can help me, how? So, oh, I have a client who has a bigger Mercedes than you do. He has an S-Class. You only have an E-Class. He's looking for people just like you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's let me connect you. So one day I was all decked out. I thought I was in for a job interview. So in that room, it was a couple of hundred people. So when I showed up, I said, oh my gosh, I got competition. And so I didn't know what it was all about. I thought I was in for a job interview, and I was sitting way in the back. And so, because I figured, because there was a lot of hoo-ha, high five. I go, what is that, And so I sat in the back because I figured if I don't like it, I could sneak out, right? So anyway, long story short, at the end of the event, I was very emotional. I got excited, and for the first time, I saw two things in my career. First, I saw hope. And I saw people with a glimpse of hope. All these years of working in corporate America, I never had once show up to work that you see people with glimpse of hopes, right? And the second thing is also people clapping and cheering for one another. I mean, what you think about this? When was the last time you show up to work and people go, yo, that's Dr. Dale. You're lucky they don't stab you in the back, right? Let alone welcome you, So that was very refreshing for me. And so that's how I got involved in the industry. So I want to bring into context of the journey that perhaps some of you are on and some of you will go on. So when I got involved in the industry, I remember I got so excited. I went home. I got so excited. First person I shared was my sister, who I looked up to a whole lot. She went to USC and I went to UCLA, and so she got her MBA and all that. And she goes, the first thing she said to Kim, you drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? I'm like, excuse me? She goes, Kim, you're an accountant. You are a bean counter. What do you know about marketing? What do you know about sales? Now, at first I didn't like it, but I go, okay, let me process that. Then I talked to some of my friends. And also, I also worked for a company, an aerospace company. I was a senior accountant for that company. So anyway, I talked to some of those people, and not only did I not get a positive answer, not only did they ghost at me, they laughed at me. They ridiculed me. And some of the people that I went to UCLA with me for my postgraduate studies, some of the people that went to UC Irvine with me, they all said, Kim has gone mad. She has gotten involved in network marketing. So with all that came, then I went to my sponsor. I said, you know what? I think I made a mistake. I put it on my credit card that I didn't have the money for back in those days was $695. I said, it's really a mistake. This is not my gig. I'm a professional, and it's just. And he goes, Kim, let me tell you what to do. He goes, will you do something for me? I said, okay, what is that? He goes, why don't you attend a training? You go to a training, if after the training that you still want to cancel, I promise you I will help you process for refund. I said, okay, that's fair enough. So I went to a Super Saturday training. Now that room may be like 1/3 of this room. And the gentleman that was doing the training, it was now I gotta be careful to call his age. He's like an elderly person. It was 60 years old, like almost my age, right? So, and he was like, you could do this. This is what you do. He talked it so ever slowly. And I looked at him, and he drives a Rolls Royce. And I'm like, wow, if he could do that, I think I could do it. So I went to my sponsor, and I said, I think I'm willing to give it a shot. He goes, what? He goes, Kim, let me ask you this. He says, how many years you been working, and you got all this college degree? How many years you been working? I said, 10. He goes, you mean to tell me after 10 years of working that you can even come up, because I said, I didn't have $695. I put on my credit card. I really want to cancel. He goes, Kim, let me get something straight. And this is really helpful, I think, for most people. So he says, let me get something straight. After 10 years of corporate America, after all your education, you don't even have $695 to change your life. He said, I got some news for you, young lady. He goes, whatever you've been working ain't working. And by the way, your financial vehicle is broken. Now, this dude was a 6'4", like he's like as tall as Daniel. He's a 6'4" tall Chinese guy. I can hear him 5 whatever, right? And I'm like, who the heck are you to tell me that? But at the same time, what he said rung true. I worked 10 years with all these degrees, and I couldn't even find $695 to change my life. Whatever I was working ain't working. So then I asked him, I said, can people really make money in this industry? He goes, absolutely. And he lives in Beverly Hills. So I said, okay. I said, well, what's the most you can make in this industry? And this is back 31 years ago. He goes, well, at that time it was an iconic figure. He's walked on, he's walked off. Thank you for him setting the record. Back in those days, he was at $1 million a month. Iconic figure, Dexter Yager, right? So I said, oh, I'm gonna remember the name forever, Dexter, thank you. So he was, my sponsor telling me, he was making $1 million a month. I said, $1 million a month times 12. Oh, that's $12 million a year. I said, that's nice. I said, I can live with that. And so, unbeknownst to me, at that moment in my logical mind, unbeknownst to me, that planted a seed of what's possible. And when times get tough, you just cap at it. When you love what you do, you just cap at it. You gotta own it and you gotta live it. And so, who would have thought, as I worked it, year after year after year, having the blessing and the opportunity of making $1 million a month after month after month after month, year after year. What an incredible feat. Someone that came to America when I was 14 years old, didn't speak a word of English. Educated here, went to school here, went to work here, got involved in this space. And I really believe that this is all part of the journey. Sometimes when we look back in our lives, that as you look back, these different steps, different decision points, different actions that we take, different choices that we made, point us to where we are. And so as the previous company, Samson, myself, and a group of people, that we started a company from my kitchen table. There was 5 of us. We built a company in 14 years, become a $14 billion company. We did over $14 billion in sales. And with that kind of sales, with a B, with that kind of sales, many lives were changed. And so was mine. And so in that journey, making all that money, in 2016, I think it was, I began a different chapter of my life. With all the money, all the bling bling, there's only so many things that you could buy. Because this is leadership here tonight. And I really want to impart this value because the future of 3 is in this room and beyond. It's right here. You are the future of 3. So in 2016, I began to question, why am I here on earth? Why? Yes, you make money. Once you make the money, what do? I can only buy so many things. And those things I buy, doesn't matter what I buy, a car, a big rock, maybe I'm happy for about 10 minutes. And then what's next? So 2016, I went on a search as I'm looking for a place that not a whole lot of people, that I don't have to do a whole lot of people, and I want to hide out and search for the next chapter of my life. So some of you know the story. I moved to a little town called Sedona, Arizona. How many of you been to Sedona? All right. Now we got a group of Sedonians right here. Okay. So I moved there. I said, you know what? I don't want to deal with people. I just want to I want to search, why am I here? What am I brought here to do? And so in that journey, in that quest, in that search, the answer didn't come right away. It wasn't until 2023. As I was questioning, like, why am I put on earth to do? Then we all know what took place the last 4 years. When I saw the shift in this world, the change in this world, it's not happening in one country, one region. It's happening all over the world. In the very beginning, perhaps some of us saw those drop dead videos and all that stuff. I went from very scared. As I went a deep dive into seeking for truth, what's really happening in the world, I went to different rabbit holes. And let me tell you, I realized one day I was walking on my land that I felt a calling, a voice, a vision, whatever that is. Because I was asking, what am I put here to do? Money? Yes, have it. Material things? Yes, have it. But what am I called to do? And it was at that time, the question came is, how were you blessed? You came to this country with nothing. How were you blessed to be where you are? What were your giftings? What were your gifts? And with that, I realized that the journey, the path I've been put on to this industry, that I do have my gift. And that voice came and says, you know what, there's more of you out there than what's controlling it. And so because of that, I said, okay, now I gotta do something. I gotta come back to work. I don't wanna come back to work for money. Money, I have plenty. But I wanna come back to work for more for life. The things that I'm blessed with, that we can help impart on others. Because that resonance is already in you. So I was called back out to work. Then that night I went home and had a dream. And that dream was, okay. The dream came, and the next morning, I called Samson. And I told Samson that dream. I said, Samson, I had a dream. The dream was for you to call a couple in San Diego. He goes, who? I said, I don't know. It was a dream. It's called you to call a couple. You to find out. He goes, well, let me think about, I might know somebody. I said, well, I don't know. You work it out. I said, I'm coming back to LA. So schedule a lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever. Because through that couple, we will find something to do. This is our next calling. We'll find something to do. And so, got back to LA, and Samson did his work. And Samson connected us with Lance and Tracy Smith from San Diego. Give me a big round of applause. With Lance and Tracy, and then Mike McCormick and Linda McCormick. And then we met with Daniel and his crew. That's how 3 came about. This is how, and you know, what's really beautiful and remarkable about that is not one person. I have a group that I work with for the last 14 years. And these people are making multi-million dollars. There's 40 of them that literally resigned from the check that they were making. Without a question, at that time, there's no name of company name unknown. No product, no compensation plan. How many of you came in under that premise? Give them a big round of applause. We will call, now our company's called 3, right? Back in those days, we were called the 3 no's. No name of the company, no product, no comp plan. And yet, that's how we humbly started this journey. What was resonating with people is that vision, that mission of wanting change. So as the society, as the world that's battling for our thoughts every single day, If you don't believe me, look at what you turn on television. You turn on your radio station. What's battling for your thoughts and your belief structure? What's battling? Things that we've been told, like you are not good enough, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's time that we rise up and let those things, the things that no longer serve you, things that don't belong to you, things that's not true, let it roll it off your body. Because it doesn't belong in you. Let it shed. This is about change. You are in the presence of great change. You are in the presence of incredible information. Because the ultimate reward is to live life, to walk away from fear into freedom. This is what 3 is about for us. And I tell you, launching 3, I was telling Daniel and Samson, I said, you know what? When I was in my 40s, it's different. You can hop different country and you take a 12-hour flight, you get off the flight and you do meetings after meeting after meeting, and then you go to the hotel, sleep for 2 hours, and next morning you hop another flight. I said, when you're 50-something, 59 years old, it's a whole different ball game. And I was on stage earlier, my knees like doing some weird stuff, and I was sitting down, and a lady gave me 3 revive. Like in less than 15 minutes, I'm on my feet again. I mean, it's just so, let me tell you, when you do, this is not, like Holly DeMond says, this is not work. How many of you went to the Asia expedition on the country after country? Give a big round of applause, my gosh. There were so many Americans on that tour. I bet you if you talk to them, they was like, their lives are never the same. Their view of the global business is never the same again. We have people talking about, I'm on $1 billion project. I'm doing $1 billion project. Are you just saying it or are you doing it? When times are tough, where are you? There are people who say, I'm a leader. I said, what are you doing every single day? You are a leader, show me what you do every day. Or are you just getting a check? I say this in Indonesia. I said, I have zero interest to coming in so some big leader can some big checks. I have zero interest in that. What do I have? I have a passion to helping the average people to get sparked, get inspired so they can change their life. Because when they change their life, they're able to help change other people's lives. For change happens within first. Change is not outside. People are looking for outside people to change. Oh my gosh, if I found this great leader, if I found this person, my life's gonna change. No, your life won't change until you change your thoughts. There are things that are battling for your thoughts every single day. Every single day when you wake up, what are you saying to yourself? Every day I wake up, I'm grateful for what I have. I look around and say, thank God I can wake up, I can walk. The minute you can still walk, you can still talk, you can dream, you can work it. It doesn't matter, it's not about what other people are saying about you. It's how you are looking at what you're doing. How you're looking at who you really are. I see you guys, you perhaps speak better English than I do. You could talk better than I do. But do you have it in you to say, regardless what anybody think about me, regardless what anybody say about me, I am gonna live me. How many want to do that? How many want to live your truth? Live your truth. I can care less what anybody say about me. Because for I know when I do everything with my heart, with great intention, everything stems right here. I can sleep at night. And the things that we get to do, the lives we get to touch. That's what I live for. And I hope you feel that, and I know you do. 3 is not just any opportunity. 3 is magical. You know, you feel it, you know. Those of you that do this, you know. And anytime when you're in doubt, put your hand in your heart. Just quiet down. And think about today and tomorrow and the day after, the people that you get to meet, the energy you get to bathe in. Why do we do this event? It's beyond words that you get to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Think about this. You know, many people talk about the community. It's about human connection. Why do people fly thousands of miles from Malaysia, Singapore, China, Taiwan, Hong Kong to come here? For many of them, it's the American dream. And for us Americans, you live in this beautiful country. You don't need to get a visa to go other places. These people have to get visa, stand in line, and yet we have the freedom here. Don't take it for granted. That this is your time. This is your truth. And I'm very grateful to have answered that calling. I'm very grateful to have Samson and a group of people that believed in this whole incredible calling, that they chose to say yes. And without Daniel saying yes, we won't have what we have here today. And so Daniel, I have watched you the last 17, 18 months. I tell you, I meant it from every energetic frequency I could type on that phone. It's that I'm grateful and I'm happy for you to be leading at the helm. Give Daniel a big round of applause, please. So, and all this you're seeing is a collaborative effort. I do hope that today, from this event on, whoever you are, really, really, don't just say you're a part of a billion-dollar company. Don't just say that you're a leader. Don't just say that. Just be and do. Do and live your truth. If you're blessed to be making whatever money you're making, if you're blessed to be at whatever rank you're doing, go out there and make a change. Go out there and live that. Whatever blessing you've been given, go out there and share. Go out there and do an impact. Why do you think Daniel has all the toys, all the money? Why do you think he need to come out and work? He probably, if anybody can top my hours, probably Daniel. Why? Why? There's something that's driving us. And I hope that all of you, live your dream, live your truth. For what you have at 3 is truly a unicorn. It's a unicorn company, it's a unicorn project. With that, I'm gonna bring up, now this is a convention, right? So how many of you wanna know about, because this is leadership, right? How many of you wanna know about the promotion that's coming up? All right, okay. So I hope that all that encapsulate in that is your belief for living your dream. That is the fuel that will help spark you to carry you through, to achieving, to living the best version of yourself. So with that, I'd like to bring up Mr. Samson Lee to talk about the promotions. Thank you very much, Samson. And by the way, Samson just flew back from Indonesia for this event. So give a big round of applause.
Give a big round for Kim! All right, thank you. Wow, okay, I have to use the stage, okay? So, hold on. Don't fall off, that's right, okay. Guess what I have? Oh, okay, that's all you get. Okay, so, okay, since I've gotten to the industry and was fortunate to work with Kim, and have worked side by side with her, along with corporate to plan the promotion. Every promotion, there are things that we can learn, that we can do to move our business forward, plus the money. Okay, which one you want? Both! Okay, good. So there are behaviors we try to encourage you to do so you can move your business forward. Now, first, we have a cash bonus promotion. How many like cash? Cash, huh? Okay, good. Okay. So now, this promotion is available for paid rank. So that means the rank you're getting paid at right now. Okay? So it's for paid rank of 3-star pro and below. Okay, now if your pay rank is higher, you know what you're gonna do? You need to promote the heck out of the promotion to your team. Okay, that's what you gotta do, because then the volume come up, you get paid more also, okay? So this promotion is from August 15th, midnight, Mountain Standard Time, to 1 month, okay? Till September 15th, okay? So it gives you a little time, because especially in the US, what do we have next weekend? Or the week after? Labor Day weekend, right? Okay, but you should be working, right? Just kidding. Whatever you want to do, right? You know what happens at barbecue, right? Yeah, sign up. That's right. Okay. Buy product, right? Share. Okay. All right. That happens at my barbecues. Okay, so okay. So we have 2 tiers. First tier is, well, this is fun, because as you go out do the business, as you go out share, and your personal sales volume, that means you go share with somebody, they buy product, that counts as your personal sales volume, yeah? Okay, so every 3,000 PSV, let me find a blue one here. So tier 1, this is cool. For every 3,000 PSV, it's easy. You're gonna make $500. Is that good? Yeah. Would you like it better? Yeah. You know, we're a company called 3, right? Yeah. So you can do this up to 3 times for $1,500. So how much PSV you need for 1,500? 9,000 PSV. All right, you got your calculator out? Yeah. Okay, how many PSV do you get for a founder pack immediately? 740, right? Okay. How many for a business builder pack? 500, right? How many for premium pack? 300, right? And the other pack, how much? 100. Okay, so you figure out. Now, it's funny because after the breakout, I was on the floor talking with somebody, right? And we mentioned, look, which pack would you like people to sign up at? If they see the value, of course, the what? Founder Plus pack, right? Well, you know, it takes you the same amount of time to share with somebody when they come in the intro pack as a founder pack, right? Is that right? So would you like to make 25 or 350 right away? Exactly. Okay, so you got that, right? Now, is that simple? Yes. You can do this up to 3 times. 500, would it give me 500? Would it give me, wait, sorry. That's my other career. Of those you don't know, I used to be an auctioneer. Is any other auctioneer in here? Okay, I'm like the worst one though, so. Okay, so tier 2. So now both are open to everybody, right? Of course, then you also have the team production, right? Your personal group volume. So the first one is PSV, and the second one is what? PGV, personal group volume, right? So for every 10,000 PGV, all right, you get a 500. Okay? So PGV is your team doing that, right? Okay. Now, next tier, 20,000 PGV, you get, 1,000, okay? Every 30,000 PGV, you get another 1,000, okay? 40,000 PGV, you get another, what? It's so big I wrote it wrong. 40,000 PGV, 1,500. Now you're like, okay, do you mean if I achieve 40,000, I get 1,500? No. You get all of it. Please give the company a big hand, huh? 1,500, 500, 1,000, 1,000, 1,500. Is that crazy? Hey, look, if you want to get to 40, Help some of your people get to 10. Help some of your team get to 20. Help some of your team get to 30. And you be like at 40 and beyond. Does that work? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Did I teach it okay, Kim? Okay. Huh? Okay. That's right. Well, I kind of have to explain the next thing, okay? Because there's a couple of details that you should know, yeah? So first, how does the PGV count, right? So in the flyer, it tells you exactly what PGV and PSV, what counts, okay? So you just need to look this up, yeah? I think it's a little much explained it on stage, but when you look at the flyer, what counts as PSV, everything counts as PGV, right, from your team performance, right? Now, the break gets you this. The little thing you have to think about is we also have the 30% rule that we did before, right? So that means, okay, so every member that you personally sponsor, your front line or your level 1, we consider that like one leg. So if you sponsor 10 people, you have 10 legs, right? Now the most, for example, if you want to hit the 10,000 for 500, the most you can earn from any one leg is 3,000, is 30%, okay? So that's the 30% rule. Now, out of 10,000, what is 30%? 3,000. So if you have 10 people, you have 10 legs. The most you can earn from any one leg is 3,000. You can have another leg, 3,000. Another leg, 3,000. Another leg, 1,000. For a total of 10,000. Does that make sense? Or you can have 10 people all go 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, etc. So, thank you. Okay, you got that? Now, why you need to do that? This is to help you to build a solid business. Does it make sense if you have the more teams you have working, the more steady your business will be? Yeah, that's how it works. And what you want to do? How do you get more PGV? Okay, not only you. To build more teams. How do you build more teams? Recruit. Okay. Yes, recruit and sell product, right? So what do? You got to go work with them. Okay? So this is my recommendation to work any promotion correctly. If tonight, now that you know, are you all 3 stars? Yes. Sure you are. Okay, anyway. So now that you know, what I would do is go to your team who is working the business. Look, some people, they got in for the product, they're not working it. Put your time in the people that are working. Hey, you know, we got this cash bonus for the convention promotion. So how much you want to make? Literally, set the goal. Because when you do that, let them commit to you. Don't tell them how much you need to make, how much you want to make. Then you know who you're going to spend your time on. Does it make sense? And then automatically you will know who your matching bonus will be from. Does it make sense? Exactly. All right? So this is good, right? All right. Okay. Now the next one. Of course, when you do the promotion, we need to give you some bullets, right? All right, how about you go to the gun range? Just checking, okay? Okay, ever since the pandemic, I brought my AR and it's a whole different subject. Forget about that. You know, anyway, so. In LA, yes. Okay. So, we got you some bullets. Can you read this or no? No. Can you read this? It says something about rise up, power up packs. Wow. Now, I know in the breakout section, we talked about, you know, Kim was teaching on the compensation plan, how to set goals and hitting them, right? So obviously, we're in a binary pay plan, right? It's like this side of the room, and then this side of the room, all right? Okay, so you have 2 sides. Now, what's gonna happen is, well, yeah, Daniel already spilled the beans. There's some new product that's coming out, right? Dr. Dan's like, shh, don't say too much. Shh. Yeah. Okay. I ran out, by the way. Okay, no, it's amazing. Okay, so now on the packs, there's 4 power-up packs. With every power-up packs, the purchaser gets points added to their bigger leg, quote unquote power leg. The leg that has the more volume coming up. Does it make sense? Now I think if you don't have any, if you have 0, it will go to your common leg first, the leg you have with your upline. Okay? You good? Yeah. If not, ask your leader later, okay? All right. So there are actually this time 4 power-up packs. 4. All right? So now these are, of course, limited. Let me double check the time. It's available when it's launched until September 15th. Midnight. You have 1 month. You know, that's amazing, okay? Like, you know what to do at Labor Day barbecue, right? Okay. Well, you know, okay. See, during now what you want to do though with every promotion, what I would suggest is you gotta work it like every day to the very last day. Again, if you set goals, you want to use up all the power-up points, right? When you do that, what do you make? Money. Cycle. How many wouldn't mind making 1 cycle a day? Yeah. 2 cycles a day? Well, you should be if you're a 3-star pro, right? 2 cycles a day, right? 7 cycles a day, you're a 4-star. There you go. So it's the daily things that matter. So the power pack, let's go to pack 1. What do we have? Of course, we have the new product, which I cannot tell you. You could. Okay? So, yeah. So, okay. So it's going to be $400. Okay? And how many power points? 6,000 power points. Is that good? Now these points, they don't. If you don't use them up, they don't flush. Is that good? Yes, right? Okay. And you get a $40 token. Is that good? So what do you do with the token? You can use it to buy product, right? Up to, you can use the token to pay for up to 50% of the order, right? Sponsor people. You can use it to sponsor people. That's right. Okay, here's $40. And you know what else you can do though? You can always give it to somebody in your team to help them sponsor somebody. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's pack 1. Pack 2. All right. Pack 2 is $1,000. Okay? And you get 15,000 power points. Now, anybody have a calculator? What's 15,000 divided by 600? How much?
25.
Huh?
25.
25 divided by 600? Are you sure? 50. 600. 25. Right? So 25 times $45 is what?
25 cycles.
That's right, 25 cycles times $45, right? You want to be at that $45 happy 10, right? Okay, token is 100. 100 token. Yeah, okay. Now, pack 3. Now, this one does not have the new product, but it's an Eternal package. Okay, because some people are like really on the Eternal, right? I eat like 3 to 4 a day. Okay? All right. So that one is also a $1,000 package. It's also 15,000 points. Now, Eternal, to be honest, cost is a little bit more, just so you know. So we got the 15,000 points. Don't ask about the last one. Pack 4. Okay. Is $2,000. And you get 30,000 points. and you get a $200 token. Okay? Now, you know we're a company called 3, right? Here it comes again. You can buy up to 3 of each packs. Okay, let me see here. That's a lot of points. Now, I did not take the time to add it up. Can somebody add it up real quick? 6,000, 15,000, 15,000, 30,000 times 3 each. How many points is that? No, it's more than 66,000. 198,000 points if you buy all 3 of 4 packs. That goes to your common leg. Or power leg, sorry. Is that a lot? Divided by 600 to cycle is how many cycles, Dennis?
330.
It's going to be 330 cycles sitting there waiting for you to use up. Is that? Times $45 is how much? It's $14,000 sitting there for you to use it up. Is that good? Yeah, right? Please give the company a big hand. Okay. And look, if it works good, you might as well bathe in it for the new product. Anyway, that's another story. Okay? So tomorrow we have a very exciting event. Is Daniel still here? Okay. Just want to close up. Okay. So let me bring Kim back up to close up. Please give a big hand. Welcome Kim back up. Oh wait, there's Daniel. There he is. Okay, Daniel and Kim. Stay up here? Okay.
We're gonna all collapse the stage. Hey, give Samson a big hand. You guys stay up here. I was at the back of the room chatting with somebody. In full transparency, she says, I'm ready to go to the next level. What do we need to do? And we were back there talking for a few minutes, so I apologize. But I want to say a couple things. Number one, we have an incredible, what I believe, in my heart of hearts, we have such a unique, incredible platform. And I've changed so much the last 17 months as a person. I've watched Kim grow so much the last 17 months. And I purposely went and stood at the back there and listened to Kim's story. I've watched Samson change so much. Why do I bring that up? You know, we're not all only growing and evolving and changing, but I believe we're all here on a big journey and a big lesson. And I look across the industry, I'm such an analytical nerd. It's the numbers, and this company's doing this, and this company's doing that. But what nobody calculates or measures is the heart of a company. And when I was standing over in that wall, I thought, man, if you could measure the heart of a company, we're $1 billion company already. The numbers just haven't caught up. Oh, and they will. They will. I heard somebody say everybody's in the room is a 6-star. They just don't have the points yet, right? Well, guess what? Everybody in here, we've got $1 billion company already. If you measured it with a heart thermometer, I'd have to ask Dr. Schneider, a medical term, right? And so I sat on that wall. I thought, you know, I'm going to share something real fast with you about Kim. Kim is, I was just sharing with somebody outside for a few minutes. We were talking about Kim and her love and belief in herself. And I said, Kim could be in a room with 10 people that disagreed with her or were upset, but if she's grounded and knows who she is, she's very confident in her conviction, right? I want each of you to have that same muscle. Build that same muscle where you believe in yourself. Sometimes when you hang around people that don't believe in themselves a ton and you believe in yourself a ton, it makes them uncomfortable, especially if they've never done crap and haven't accomplished crap. It makes them uncomfortable. Makes them uncomfortable to be around wealthy people when they just hang around broke people all day long.
Correct.
Get in a room full of some wealthy people and you'll get allergic to broke people. Broke, by the way, is a mindset. Poor is a mentality. Broke is a temporary situation. If you're broke, I don't blame you at all. But make sure it's a temporary thing, not a long-term thing. Poor is a long-term thing because it's a mindset. Broke is a temporary situation you can get out of. There ain't a person in this room who's been as broke as I've been. I know what it's like at 15 to not have food, not having a family that loved you. That's broke. When I got out of state's custody. My wife and I 2 weeks ago were in Denver at Tennyson Center's golf tournament. One of the greatest honors of my life is going back to that every year. It was one of the group homes I was in for 6 months as a kid. Those kids have nothing. If you're broke and you're 35 and living in America, look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a loser. I need to not be broke anymore. And I know people say that's pretty harsh. No, that's true. If your spouse says you're never going to be able to achieve anything in this business, it's because the last 3 times you failed miserably and haven't kept your word. If they saw you keep your word, they'd probably go work for free beside you because they knew you'd change your family's direction. I know what it's like to be broke, but it was a temporary situation. But I'll tell you what I don't know what it's like, and that's to be broken here. Kim, I've watched the last 17 months. She's always led by example, and she's always led like a bull in a china closet. That might not be the best analogy, but it's true. She's led with strength and said, either get on board or get out of the way. But I've also seen, and I know all the private conversations with Kim, there's not a heart in this room bigger. And the thing I would share with you about Kim and Samson and so many of our 5 and 6 stars, to me, it's the most beautiful part of 3. And I use the word beautiful on purpose. It's like a piece of art. There's the art and science of business. The science is 2 + 2 = 4. The art, guess what? You have to learn that on your own. I had a mentor say I could write you a check for $10 million. When I was in my 20s, he says, it would be the saddest thing I ever did for you. He said, because you have to go through the rejection, the pain, the punishment, the lessons. You have to go through the trials and the tribulations. And then when you make your first million, you'll say, wow, I was able to do this. I was able to do this with a team. That's what's so beautiful about this industry. So this is like a tapestry of art that we're creating. And I know for some people you go, what? This is a business. No, this is a tapestry of art. And what I've seen in Kim and our leadership, and the number one thing I'm most proud of, it's not this person achieved this before, this person had this massive business, this person did this. That's not what I'm proud of. What I'm proud of the most is that 17 months in, we have an incredible group of leaders, but they want to pass it on to the next generation. And I was a massive Jim Rohn fan. I couldn't sleep the other night. I stayed up really late. I was out of town for a meeting, and at 1 a.m. till about 12:30 to 2:40, 2:45, I watched Jim Rohn's last meeting at Herbalife, because he was kind of a global spokesman for Herbalife, and he was really sick at the time. And Jim Rohn said, there's 3 things we have to pass on. We have our journals, we have our pictures, and we have our life experiences of what we've been through and the knowledge from those experiences that we can share with others. I couldn't be more proud to be partnered with them. I couldn't be more proud to be partnered with a number of our 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars. And tomorrow we're going to talk stories. You guys have been to events before where there's a lot of science. Oh, and there's going to be a lot of science. We're going to launch an incredible product, and you're going to hear tons of science and credibility and validity behind that product that you can go share with others. But you're going to hear a ton of stories tomorrow. Because Samson's a story. Samson and I joke about clothes. My wife, and my kids play the game with my wife, bougie or budget. Right? Because my wife will order shoes off Amazon. My wife's not a brand name person. She's got the biggest heart in this room. Her and Kim would fight each other for that title. And money's not her driver. She doesn't really care. Which is beautiful, by the way. It really is, because she sees people for people, not what they have or what they've accomplished. But I say that to say, for me, the most beautiful thing is you've got Samson, who's a story. You've got Kim, who's a story. You've got so many leaders that you're going to hear from the next couple of days that are a story. I don't want you to take those stories for granted, because every one of you is a story. As we close here tonight, I know Samson's story and some pieces that he probably hasn't even told from stage of just how tough his life was 15, 18, 20 years ago. I know Kim's story. Kim's father, by the way, 98 years old, when she talks about her father in his 50s in Los Angeles, living in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't know many people in their 50s with 4 kids would sleep in a one-bedroom apartment. But the American dream to them was bigger than their age or the money in their bank account. And so over the coming days, I want you to figure out your story. I don't know who you are, and a lot of you, I do know who you are, but for the ones I don't know who you are, I want you to figure out who you are. And we're all on that own journey. I've shared before, Tony Robbins used to say, I love you. And now he says, I love me so I can love you. I want you guys to love each other. I want you to take copious notes. And I want you to leave here knowing what your story is over the coming days. When I hear Kim raise her voice and get so passionate, I wanted to yell from the back of the room, Kim, start screaming for the next 15 minutes. Because I hope some of that gets in here. You can't teach this. That's the art, not the science. The science is, what is this? The art is, you can't teach this. When somebody tells you 100 people are going to be at a meeting and you drive for 2 hours and there's 5 people in the living room, what do?
Do it anyway.
You do it anyway. What do you do when you're disappointed? Because Kim has bad days, Samson has bad days, but they've disciplined their disappointments. And as I listen to Jim Rohn make the third point, he said you can leave your journals and your pictures, but the third point is the knowledge and experience you have. Guys, don't take it for granted the next couple days. Yeah, you can get on a Zoom with Kim sometime and Samson, the leadership group, and yeah, we've got, wellness, we've got some incredible tools for you to use, but do not take for granted the next couple days. I can feel it, I know it, we're going to explode as a platform. And we're going to explode in Hong Kong, and we're going to explode in Canada, and we're going to explode in Southeast Asia, and we're going to explode right here in the United States. Because I'm Caucasian, which is white and Asian, and we're going to build a global platform. I don't want to hear any more talk. I don't know why it hits a nerve with me. I guess it's just because I'm jealous. It is jealousy, actually. It's absolutely very true, actually. At the core of it, that's true. I'm going to share with you guys something very personal just for a second, because it came to my heart. I was thinking about my dad the other day. I had 4 years with my dad when we reconnected. My dad passed away Father's Day, coincidentally enough, June 15th to 14th. And we connected in July of 2010. But I was thinking about my dad the other day. My dad lived in Louisiana when he's passed away. My dad was from there and then lived all over the world and ended up back in Louisiana. In Houma, Louisiana, Thibodaux, Houma area. I was thinking about my father the other day. My dad, one of the lessons, and I was a grown man, reconnected with my dad. I had already lived and had a lot of life experience, but I remember my dad when I reconnected with him. I was in his small little house in Louisiana. And my dad, I called him on the phone one day and said, I was doing, well, and I wanted to do nice things for him. So I took him down and took him to a car dealership, said, pick out a car. My dad was very humble. He didn't care about material stuff. I went and got him he wanted a little Chevy Lumina. He did. Took him down and got him a Chevy Lumina. And then he said, he was getting up there in age before he got sick. I said, I want somebody to come over and clean your house every week. He said, okay, somebody will come over and clean the house. I don't need that, Danny, but sure. And I had somebody come over and clean the house. Well, the lady that came over to clean the house, the second week she was there, and I'll never forget this because it touched me so much. Second week she was there. She's in my dad's little humble abode, Louisiana, and she was cleaning the house. And this was before Venmo, I'd PayPal her, right? And she used an inappropriate racial term in my dad's home. And my dad, I'll never forget, here I am, a grown man. I've known my dad for a year at this point. And my dad, I said, how was your day? He said, not good. He said, the lady I had clean the house, I can't thank you enough for having her, but she judged somebody of color in my home today. And I asked her immediately to grab her bucket, her mop, her cleaning supplies, and walk out. And I told her that God loves you, but please don't ever come back to my home. Because I don't see color in people. I see people. And I was thinking about that story the other day. I thought, because it made me emotional when I was on the phone with him that night. My dad never saw color in people. My dad never saw race. My dad saw people. My wife sees people. Kim sees people. Samson sees people. I've never heard in 17 months them call someone by a race. If you're in 3, you're part of the 3 family, and that's my message to you. If you're in 3, you're part of the 3 community. I don't care what faith you are. I don't care if you have a faith. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what you bleed. What I care about is what's in here. I love each and every one of you. I couldn't be more proud to be in this collaboration with so many of our wonderful leaders. Couldn't be more proud of Kim and Samson for leading the way. You guys are in for a treat the next 2 days. There's gonna be serious times, and we're gonna have a boatload of fun, and we're gonna make some amazing, game-changing announcements. We're throwing out a bunch of money and trips on the board. Guys, let's get ready to tear it up. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night.